Greeting everyone. In this video, I would like to introduce some websites that from which we may get data. And these data are free of charge, and these websites are open source websites. Let's first start with the official site of QGIS. And if I just type qgis.org, click on documentation and move to QGIS training manual. From section 1.2 about the exercise. Okay, and move down in section 1.2.3 data. You see the link to several sites which are OpenStreet and ngi.gov.za and srtm.csi and so on. And there is another link available here, training data repository. From this link you can download the data which is necessary to complete the tutorial to expertise QGIS. So just click on this link. The download will begin automatically, and I'm going to cancel this download right now. Okay, and there's also OpenStreetMap, and I don't know, I think this link does not work. Let's try. Whatever happened, no problem. But I would like to draw your attention to this one. Okay, the last one. Yes, from this website you can download the digital elevation model with the spatial resolution of 90 meter. And this digital elevation model is retrieved from SRTM session, and the data cover a wide range of the globe. You can see from the color, yes, whatever colored, this is mean that the data cover this area. Okay, and yes, you can read this information, and this information tells you many important things about the data. But the most important thing to learn is how to download the data. First, click on SRTM data, and you have a multiple selection here. For example, tile size 5 times 5 degree, which are the size of these tiles. If you want to aggregate the tiles even more, like 30 degree by 30 degrees, yes. For instance, I'm staying on 5 times 5 degree. And the format GeoTIFF is most proper format that you may use it for your purpose. And let's say I'm going to download several tiles for Iraq. Unfortunately, I don't know where is Iraq exactly. Therefore, I'm going to select multiple tile. Hopefully, some of these tile cover Iraq. Yes. Let's move to next step. Search. Yes. And each tile that you have clicked covers a certain geographic location. For example, this tile, the highlighted one, cover this area, and this area is somehow far from Iraq, therefore I don't want to download this tile, just keep it. And this only cover a small area of Iraq, skip it. This one is okay and cover a wide range of Iraq, and therefore I'm going to download this one. And you keep going, looking at the rest, looking at the rest of the tiles and see which tile may serve your purpose. Okay, let's download this one. Okay, I'm going to click download SRTM. And the download starts automatically. I'm going to cancel this download for now. Okay, yes. Another important site that you get, you can get free available data is the Diva GIS, Diva GIS.org. Okay. The website has a simple interface. There are 3 tabs: download, program, documentation, and so on. The free special data, click on free special data, and there are many level of data available. For example, there are data available on country level, on global level, and data related to species, crop, and so on. And let's say we are going to download on the base of country level. Click on this link and you choose the country right here, Iraq, for example. And there are many uh, downloadable data available. For example, you need administration, road, railroad, elevation, and there is a table below that explain each data. For example, the data administrative area mean country outline and administrative subdivisions for all countries. The level of subdivisions varies between countries. For example, elevation, it is SRTM 30 dataset, and CGIAR SRTM data. It is the same data that you can download right here. And if you just click on OK, and you can click download the data directly. Click on download and the download begins. And I recommend you to download the data in the way I just downloaded for administrative areas. It contains the boundary for Iraq and for the cities or provinces of Iraq, and many other valuable data are already available from this site. Another important source of downloading data is Earth Explorer. So just search for earthexplorer.usgs.gov. It is actually a web application that lets you to choose your data or the geographic extent of your data interactively. For example, I am going to zoom to Iraq. There are many methods of how you define the area which you want to get data. Okay, for example, I'm going to use the most common one, which is using the map or using an interactive way of selecting the geographic extent of your data. Use map, and you see that the area is covered with a light red, it's actually a rectangular shape boundary, and you can reshape this rectangle according to your need. For example, I want just cover an area as big as Suleimani province, for example. I move these pinpoints to the place that I want. You also can add coordinate directly using latitude and longitude values. Okay. Yes. Now, after you have selected the area or the geographic extent of the data, click on dataset. Yes, the data should be listed here, but unfortunately today I cannot reach the data, and there is a message which says no data set were found. Your dataset list is currently empty. This is likely due to an internal server error. Therefore, I cannot proceed anymore and to tell you how to do the next steps. But I try to find a proper video from YouTube that may help you to go through these steps, the remaining steps. Okay, now I'm going to load the data which I just downloaded from internet to QGIS. I just opened an empty project and I'm navigating to the place where I have saved the data. It is on desktop for me. Let's home desktop, and desktop we have Day04. This is Day4, and there is another folder I created for the especially for the data, open source data. You may have a different folder tree. Yes, it depends on the way you store your data. And let's check my data using window browser. This is the data which I have downloaded from diva.js, this website. Okay, where is diva.js? Yes, this is from this website. I downloaded IRQ-ADM, which is administrative area country level data, and from this website I downloaded SRTM 4506 from this website. Okay, and let's first unzip these data. And the third data set I downloaded from Earth Explorer, which unfortunately I could not get the data because some server error that blocked me to read the data. Let's unzip this data, extract to specific location. I use the same location for my extraction, and the second one. Okay, now let's move back to QGIS, refresh, and I can see the data. For example, this is the data of IRQ. Expand this folder and you see several file available. For example, IRQ ADM 0, 1, 2. These are shapefile, and also there is the same name but with different format, which is CSV comma separated value. Let's load the shapefile first. This one, yes, one by one. The first one is the boundary of the Iraq. This is ADM 0. And the second one, ADM 1, it is the boundary of the provinces. And the third one, ADM 2, is the boundary of the sub-districts within the provinces. Okay, and let's open the data from SRTM data, expand this folder and click on SRTM 450, which is a raster data. And this raster data represent the digital elevation model for Iraq, for a part of Iraq. Actually, it doesn't cover the whole Iraq, and you have to download other tile to completely cover the entire boundary of Iraq. This is called digital elevation model, and the value that you see here, 4 to 82, these are elevation values, and of course they are in meter. Okay, and there are plenty of application using this digital elevation model. Let's load the third data set from the website of Earth Explorer. This one, yes, it is this tile, this small tile. Okay, you see, this is also digital elevation model, and it cover only a small area, and of course you have to download several tile to completely cover the entire boundary of Iraq. I want to manipulate upon one of the data set, for example SRTM 45. Let's see what we can do with the symbology of the data. Like, you see the data currently displaying as a white and black color ramp. Let's play with the symbology. It is now the symbology. The current symbology is for this layer is single band gray, and let's choose single band pseudo color and choose a specific color ramp, for example spectral. And now you can see that the layer is displayed with different color, and each color represent a range of elevation. The distribution of color also, you can play with the distribution of the color. For example, you have linear, discrete, and exact. Okay, but since it is a digital elevation model and it is a continuous surface, so the linear must proper one to choose. You can also define your own color ramp. Click on create new color ramp and click on catalog CPT city. Okay, hold for a while. Yes, you can see that there are many predefined color ramp for different purposes, and let's choose topography, and there is elevation here. You can also choose the other if you like it, elevation, and click on OK, and you see that the color has changed accordingly. Okay, you can also produce hill shape from digital elevation model, which is a perspective of the elevation depending on the source of illumination and the angle of altitude. We have angle of altitude and azimuth, which is the direction of the source,